Hello and welcome to this webinar. We had two ones before. One was about the ST Touch 2 panel and one was about the SR series mini rack ovens. Previous ones are available at distributor service if you want to watch them again or a colleague want to see them. My name is Patrick and I work as technical support and also with teaching. Today I have area sales manager Magnus Suesson with me. We are in an interesting phase with Sveba-Dahlen and Glimek with a lot of new developments. Today we are here at the Glimek manufacturing site in Fristad, Sweden to talk about the CR600. So Magnus will start with that.
Thank you. Hello everybody. Yes, today we're going to talk a little bit about the Glimek machines, and as you know, a bread line consists of 4 pieces: divider, rounder, prover and molder. And today we're going to concentrate on our new rounder CR600. The name CR600 comes from the output. You can do up to 6,000 pieces per hour on this rounder. And what we have done on it, we have added an extra skirt on the rounder, so you get an extra turn of rounding. So the weight range is between 30 to 1800 grams, and the rounding length is up to 8 meters. And 8 meters you will get if you have 3 o'clock in feed, then you get the most out of the rounder. And there's one rule of thumb to set the in feed, and that is that you have the out feed is always 12 o'clock. That's the only thing that is fixed on the machine. So if you go out from the out feed, you have the different in feeds. So this is 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And normally the machine comes in standard with 6 o'clock in feed. I can show you. Instead of having this long track here, you have this short half track, and it's based like this, so you dock the outfeed conveyor from the divider close to the rounder, so it will kind of pushing the dough to the cone, and that helps it to start and get a good start in rounding. All the tracks are covered with non-stick materials, also the cone and the outfeed chute. And as you can see here on the bottom of the tracks, before it was white plastic, but now we are turning into blue plastic, and that is because of the new regulations with health and traceability issues. So you will see more and more of the blue coming in on all our machines in the future. The machine is built up on a stainless steel frame, and all the covers are in stainless steel, very heavy duty. You have the wheels, 4 set of wheels, 2 swivel wheels and 2 fixed wheels. So it's easy to place the machine in the line. While it's there, you can fix the machine by screwing down those 4 feet round, and then the machine stands very good. And then we have the control panel. You have this e-stop. You have an e-stop on this side, and there are also another on the back side, so it should always be easy accessible. This machine is built up around this cone from cast iron, and it's approximately 250 kgs of cast iron, so it's a big mass. And when you start it, it has to be nice and slow. Many of our competitors have a direct start, but on all our rounders, we have a soft start. So you can see here when I start the machine, it starts gentle and nice and stands still. So no movements at all. And this is due to the slow start function. And then the machine comes, as I said, a standard 6 o'clock in feed, adjustable tracks, and you have an outfeed chute. But then we have some different accessories depending on what kind of dough types your customers want to run. You have, for example, here is the fan. You can blow air on the cone, and you can also put it in the right position, then you blow air and heated air, because there's an element inside of the fan. And by doing that, you help to keep the cone clean. And there is one trick that you can tell your customers, and that is start the heated fan half an hour, 20 minutes before you start the rest of the line, because then you heat up the cone, the mass in it, the metal, and that will help to evaporate all the water, the moist, from the dough, so it keeps the cone dry and cleaner. It's a good tip. And also, if you have an even stickier dough, you can have an oiling system, and the oiling system is pneumatic driven. You have 7 nozzles placed all around. You can adjust them individually, and it's controlled by a photocell, so each time it comes a piece from the divider, it gives a signal and it gives a spray. And that is if you have a very sticky dough. And then we have this third option. It's adjustable speed, so you can actually fiddle a bit with the speed on the cone, and we have found out that it can make a difference actually sometimes with some kind of dough. You can run it faster or slower and fine-tune it. So it's a good option. And then the last option here is if you have an outfeed belt instead of an outfeed chute, you can have an adjustable speed on the outfeed belt also. So that's, you have a save potentiometer here also then. And then, as I said, you can adjust the lower tracks manually, and then you can adjust the upper tracks centrally, and I'm going to show you now how to adjust those centrally. So here you have this handle, and by cranking it you can change the position of the tracks inside and out to get the optimized rounding of the weight you're running. And when you have the optimized weight rounding on the weight, you can see what settings there are, and then you can actually write it down on a paper, so you have it for use in the future. So it's always easy. If you have 400 grams, you know that position. If you have 800 grams, you can add that position, so you know that. And you will know that after a couple of times you run the line. And then one of the most sold options for this line is the flour duster, and I always recommend it if you have it in a complete system with a proofer, because getting a little bit flour on outside of the dough piece prevents it from sticking and getting a mess in the prover. But you should just have so much flour that's needed. You should not overdo it. But it's easy to adjust. You have this knob here, you can turn it, and then you can adjust the amount of flour, and then it drips down on this outfeed chute. And the outfeed chute is in the bottom of the chute. You cannot see it here, but it's like a wax cake shape, so it keeps the flour, instead of if it was a smooth, then all the flour would fall down into the proofer. But now it stays here in the chute, and the piece just takes the amount that is needed to prevent sticking in the prover. And then it's easy to start and stop. Take it out like this, and then you get no flour. You push it in, and then you get flour again. And then it's important to clean it, and it's very easy to take it out like this. So you can take it out, emptying it from excess flour, and vacuum clean it, wash it. So, and now I will hand over to the technical details from Patrick.
Hello again. On the side of machines we have 2 access doors, one from each side. On this side we have the electrical cabinet, and inside the electrical cabinet we're starting with a frequency converter. Frequency converter is standard to make the start and stop slowly, and the option is the variable speed. We have fuses up here. It's automatical fuses. If they fall down you have to rise them up, and you don't need to replace them. Then here we have an 24 volt DC power supply, and also we have the contactors. It's a quite simple electrical system on this machine. And on the opposite side of the machine then we have another door, and in that one you can access the driving motor, the 2 driving belts, the gearbox, and also on this one we have the option for the fan and the heater for the fan, and that one you can reach from the door at the other side. Thank you everyone for listening. If you have any question you can send that to academy@sveba.com. And thank you again from me and Magnus.
Yeah, thank you. Take care. Bye.